All right, we're back with some Pro Strategy Football 2026. Last time I made a video on this, I kind of showed you how I set up the management career and historic career, and I wanted to show you my management career I made for the Dallas Cowboys 1989 onward. And I didn't play any games, I just was the GM, and I want to show you my progress, but also show you all the cool features, all the cool things you can do when it comes to the history of your new dynasty. All right, so let's kind of go ahead real quick, pull up the Cowboys real quick. All right, so we are in season 4, 89, 90, 91, 92. And the idea was, can I get the Cowboys into the Super Bowl or into the playoffs? Now, keep in mind, unlike Jimmy Johnson and Jerry Jones, I did not have um, the benefit of a Herschel Walker trade. Okay, so a little bit tougher. Let's take a look at the team history. This is pretty cool, real quick. So this is the Cowboys team history. 89. Okay, we went 3-13. 90, 4-12. 91, 4-11, and 92 we finally got to the playoffs at 9-7 and lost a wild card game. Now I want to tell you that wild card game was kind of frustrating, um, but also which is pretty cool too. It gives you the ratings overall, so you can see how you're building your team. So overall, the Cowboys were a 54 in 89, 57 in 90, 62 in 91, and 63 in 92. You can see our offense has gone up 12 points. Our defense only 6 points. Our defense is the problem. It is the issue. Now, the one thing that happened after 89 was, if I go in here real quick, I can click on the 89 season. This is really cool, all the things you can click on. Um, Aikman was a starting quarterback in 89. He did not do well. Okay. And what happened was he took a big ratings dump between the 89-90 season, and Steve Walsh actually improved a lot, and Steve Walsh became a starting quarterback. Now, once again, if you are playing this mode, you have to be okay with that stuff happening, like because it's a whole new kind of stuff. If you don't like this mode, play the historic mode, where the ratings are each year the ratings reflect an actual history and so forth. So this is kind of like a what if scenario. It changes. So if you don't like that stuff, not the mode for you. So I probably was too slow in getting rid of the quarterback situation because Aikman and Steve Walsh were not great quarterbacks. I probably should have drafted the quarterback pretty quick, but I finally did. I drafted the quarterback um, eventually here. Let me go ahead and look at the team history here. We'll go into players, okay? And this gives you a whole thing of passing. So my all-time leading passer is a guy I drafted eventually before the 91 season. He's just done his second season now, and his name is Connie McKnight. And you can see he has an 88.06 quarterback rating for his career. Um, Rookie year, really good. This past year, really good too. Had a great year in 92. The issue was on the second play or the second drive of the wild card game against the Giants, he got hurt. And Steve Walsh's backup quarterback came in and we got beat 35-28 or 34-28. Um, but we're building in the right direction. We're probably a year behind the real Cowboys. 92, they won it all. 91, they were a playoff team and got beat. We're probably a year behind, but I think we got a good team, and I think we're going to win here soon. So that's pretty cool here. But I can go back. I can click on his seasons here. I can go to his 92 season and look at all his numbers. I can click on this Washington Redskin game and go into here. I can go look at the highlights from this Redskin game right here. I can look at highlights only, or I can look at full play by play, and I can watch the actual highlight from any play I want to, like a random play, okay? Not just a highlight, which is pretty cool. So if I want to go back here and look at now Jim Everett's in the Redskins, pretty good story. Jim Everett was cut by the Rams. The Redskins picked him up, and then Jim Everett beat the Rams in the playoff game in RFK Stadium. But just want to go and do a, this is full play-by-play. So just I want to go a running game, real quick. I can watch any play that happened in the history of my league. It's pretty cool. Okay, any play I want to in the history of my league, I can look back and do that. If you don't hear the sound on that real quick, my sound is it's not the game. When I plugged in my headphones, the sound's not picking up in there, but I can fix that later on. So it's not the game. So I can go back and look at anything. Um, so I can go team by team records. As you can see, total one. Okay, against these teams I can look at. I'm 3-1. I'm beating the Falcons, the Eagles, the Cardinals, and Giants all 3 times. I'm 3-1 against the Falcons. We don't have a really good record. Um, I can go team history here. Let me go back a little bit. I'm gonna go back and do where's the I don't know. I can go back to the main page here. Let's go history here. This is pretty cool. So all seasons, you can see 89, the Saints were the world champions. They upset the Niners in Candlestick Park and took out the Bills. The Niners won in 1990 that and knocked out. You see Don Makowski, the Packers, having a great year there. They beat the Chargers. Then the Niners repeated, won in '91. Jim Everett had a huge year. The Rams let him go, had a huge year. And then the Bills got their title. They beat the Packers. And without Jim Kelly, they released Jim Kelly before the 92 season. And August Beckwith, a rookie, leads the way and gets them to the Super Bowl. Had a huge year, and they win the Super Bowl. So pretty cool there. So I can click on any season I want and kind of look these things up. You can go in here, look at the transactions, major highlights, all this stuff here. You can look at. It's pretty cool. The other thing too, players. If I want to go check out a player, okay, so I want to go check out Bo Jackson. Okay, I can pull up Bo Jackson, um, his TDs. I can go click on a game. Let's go Bo Jackson 1990. Pulls up all his games right here. Um, okay, right here against the Seahawks. He went for had a big day. I can come in here. I can pull up the highlights. Now you're not going to get the sound. But I can pull up his highlights, full play by play, and I can find a Bo Jackson highlight. That's how I did my Gale Sayers thing, by the way, too. I got a Gale Sayers video up, 1966. All this stuff you can kind of do. So there's Bo Jackson runs off tackle. So any play I can click on and watch. I'm trying to find a good Bo Jackson. So here's Bo Jackson, 13-yard gain. Random, just a random play. Here's Bo. There he goes. Boom. Just like that. I can check out. Um, it's pretty cool. And then any player I want, I can go look up. And so, Steve Young is kind of a good one. I was looking at him earlier. So Steve Young, if you look at his career, okay, he's 11 for 13 in his career. Joe Montana's not been injured. Okay, he's not been injured. And so there he is, just kind of hanging around there doing those things. So we go back here. Um, we can do the record book. Here's the record book. Don Makowski for regular season, year by year, all time records. Warren Moon's got the most completions so far. Well, that's for regular for year. Playoffs, you see Joe Montana up there. Jim Kelly, um, and that right there. These are the records per those things here. Let me see if I can do August Beckwith, the right there. So all these things are pretty cool that you can look up. Here we go, career leaders. So here's the all-time leaders and everything too. So in terms of yards right now, um, Everett's the all-time since 1989, and you got Don Makowski up there. So it's if you like what if scenarios of what could happen, there it is. I mean, in this thing right here, Troy Aikman is a bum. He nothing didn't amount to anything. Um, you got Mark Rippon up there as well. So all these things. Um, here's the good thing I was looking for. This is the overall record for teams. So the Niners have 49 wins, they're the most teams right there. Um, in terms of the playoffs, been all 4 years. The Packers, the Browns, and the Niners are the two teams or three teams in the playoffs all the time. Champions, you see the Bills, Saints, Niners with two championships. If you want to go down here and look at the worst, and the Cowboys are among the worst at 20 and 43 at one playoff. Patriots, okay, and Buccaneers are worse. They've been horrible. The only team not to make the playoffs in this span. So all the stuff you can look up. These are all the teams that made the playoffs yet. The Jets, the Bucks, all those teams there. So it's pretty cool. So if I click on the Patriots real quick, I can click on this. I can see their whole year. I can then pull up the Patriots team history, their players. Okay, this is their passing. I can look at the completions, yards. So Mark Rippon's their all-time leader, in passing. He got let go by the Redskins, and Jim Everett took his spot. So it's like the history it keeps is unreal. It's unreal. It's unreal. Um, and I can go back and watch this Super Bowl too. I can go back and watch playoff games. So I can go back here and take a look at this and go, um, the Saints are champions. I can watch the Super Bowl. I can create a little Super Bowl highlight reel. There's the Super Bowl right there. I can go highlights only. Um, I can watch a touchdown pass here in the Super Bowl. This is from the first year, 89. Bobby Abear to Dalton Hilliard. I can go back and watch that. I mean, it is like you can sit here and lose hours of your life doing this, and I'm all for it. So anything you want to do, you can go back and check on. Anything you want to check on. We got great games. What are you going to do? So it's pretty cool. So let's get back to my Cowboys now, because we're in the offseason. I want to show you what an offseason looks like. So we're going to the offseason now. My Cowboys, I said my Cowboys. I'm the GM. We're trying to get. I think we're going to win it all this year. So we're going to see if we can win it all this year. So we're going next phase. Let's go look and see who got better, who got worse. So McKnight got better, my franchise quarterback. Walsh is him. Ferguson is a running back I picked up in the draft. He's really good. He fumbles a lot though. Um, Gilmore's the tight end I drafted recently. Michael Irvin's still there. I drafted this Hodges guy recently, so we got a good receiving core. Offensive lineman, we got Gogan now. It's going to be the FA means you're a free agent this year. I can franchise someone, okay? But look at Olson. I drafted this dude right here, and he's up to a 99 now. So I drafted him my second pick back in 1990, and he's paying off big. So my line's looking good. Um, but these guys progress and they go down there. Jeff Coates getting old. My D lineman, I don't have good D lineman right now. And that's one of the issues I have in my defense is I got to build up that D lineman crew. But my DBs, I drafted this guy last year. Bailey's a rookie. He's Dion Bailey. He wears number 21. Um, take a look at his season logs. Oh, you don't have that yet because it's just this past season. So, so that's kind of how it is. So I go to my next phase real quick. Here's the guys retired. Mark May's retiring. That's Mike Coran, the punter. Dennis Gentry. Those guys are retiring. We're done here. Now I got to franchise somebody. I can franchise one person. Here's my free agents. I got Ford is a tight end. I'm not going to franchise him. I got Freeland, my linebacker at 26. Gogan, my tight end. It's a tough choice. I'll probably franchise Freeland. He's younger, and my defense is the weaker part of my team. So I'm going to franchise. I'm going to lose Gogan, though. It's not good. So Freeland will be, in there. I'll automate the rest of these guys here. All computer teams. You can see they're franchising Phil Simms. The Packers are franchising Sterling Sharp. All right, next phase, free agent draft. Now, how I do free agent draft is I have it inverse. So the team, and you can do it any way you want to. I do it this way. When I told you my last video, how I set things up was on there. So how I do it is the best teams get the first chance at the free agents because that's how it is in real life. I mean, the teams are really good and they get the best free agents. And then, of course, the rookie draft's different. So I actually, since I had a better year this year, I have a chance of getting a better free agent now. So the Bills get the first. The Bills won the Super Bowl, so they get the first choice. So see, they take Keith Millard, defense. Oh, let's go back. All right. Autumn at the Packers. They took Lee Williams. Niners take John Alt. Denver takes Jim Lachey. Howard Ballard. Dave Meggett. The Giants get Meggett back. That I mean, they actually. So the Giants brought Meggett back. Basically, they franchised Phil Simms, kept Meggett, and then drafted him back. Browns take Hanley, Iwebike, the kicker. All right, so Rod Woodson. Let's see who's available. So I'm losing a tight end. I've got one there. I can probably fill that another way. Let me go to my. Let's take a look what I've got here. So quarterbacks, Mike Tomczak's a free agent. Not bad. Halfbacks, I don't really need help here. Fullbacks, there's some good fullbacks there. I could upgrade my fullbacks, I guess, but tight ends, not the best need right now. My receivers are good. I was in line. I'm losing, so I can pick. Here's a good idea now. So I lost. We got a guy here, a couple of 88s, Frias and Hinton. I can pick up and slide in there. And I lost Gogan. Did Gogan already get picked up? No, Gogan's down here. So it's a really good lineman for each class. So that's a possibility. I need help on defense, but an 88 available right there is good. That's what we got a D lineman out there. So it's 78 for a D lineman. Fagan, Casillas. And if there's not a spot for these guys, but if I draft them, I can cut one of these guys later on. I really need a D lineman. So runs versus pass. Casillas. How about linebackers? I kept feeling my linebacker. This is really bad. I'm gonna go get. I'm gonna go get Kevin Fagan, take him from the Niners, and take him. I'm gonna get him on there too. Um, Go to the next round here. What do we have left? We have any of those offensive linemen left. We've got Hoover. Gogan's still there, so I can actually upgrade a little bit. Get someone younger to fill that. Got Dawson up there. Let me go ahead and get. Let me get Dawson. DeMonte Dawson. Draft him. So trying to build my team up front a little bit here. Defensive linemen, linebackers, DBs. Can I upgrade at DB? I might do that. Kickers. I got Carlos, no kickers. Punters. So I may come back and get a corner here. This guy's 66, and I can um, get rid of Horton. This is Stewart, Michael Stewart. Let me draft him. This is free agent guys now. I remember that too. So on my computer teams, all right, and do that. And here's the trade, so that you can, which I don't do, and you can actually move the guys around, propose a trade. Um, so you can propose a trade, which I'm not going to do right here. I actually was trying to get Steve Young a couple years ago. That wouldn't happen though. It's not going to do trades. All right. So rookie draft time now. So now we start the draft now. The rookie draft's based on your, worst records. So the Buccaneers get the first choice, and these are all fictional guys. Now you can go in and edit and bring in. I'm making a video on that too. You can go in and edit the file and bring in real players, but I'm using fictional guys. I kind of like the fictional guys mixing with the real guys. So we're gonna automate computer teams. I'm picking late in the draft this time. Um, so let's take a look here. What I'm doing. Let me plug in my power things real quick. Oh, hold on 1 second, guys. All right, let's go and check out some draft guys here. So Um, let's take a look here. What do we have? And go in here and I can take a look at everybody. These are all the players, but um, I look at the quarterbacks. They've got a couple of 82s on the board there. I mean, I could, I'm not going to go draft someone. That's a pretty good, that's a deep quarterback draft. Those guys are still available. Got a couple of halfbacks right there, but I don't really need that. Got a fullback, wide receiver. I'm set right there. Offensive lineman. I mean, I could upgrade there, but we're gonna look at defense. So defensive line, here we go. The 70. I wish I had like an 80 in there, but so I can go ahead. I got Fagan in there. It's time for Jim Jeffcoat to go, I think. What kind of pass rush do I have? I need more pass rushers. So I might get this Gilbertson guy. Let me go draft this guy here. Let me make sure there's no linebackers first of all. Ooh, we got a linebacker, 81. Ooh, man. He's got a pass rush too. I might get this linebacker. Let me get this linebacker. I can get our. We're going to draft the defensive line. We're going to draft this guy here. All right, let's go to the next round. Let's go to the defensive line. Who's left? Oh, we got this Mendenhall guy. Pass rush is 8. Let's get him. All right, next pick. We're loading up. Okay, so we're out of those things right there. Not really an upgrade. Let's take a look. Any more linebacker? We can add another linebacker. He's got a 9 pass rush. We can add him too. Let's let's take him. Upgrade the defense. Upgrade the defense, folks. DBs. We're gonna cut Horton already. Kickers. Oh, I might get a kicker here. So Carlos got a Simpkins here, 99%. I might get a kicker. This guy down here, 90% PAT, 70% from 50 plus. So we got a big leg, 99% from 30 to 39. Kind of like this guy here, 70% from 50 plus. So he's got a big leg. I might do that. Let's get this guy, Farrar. Belmar Farrar from Pikeville. I'm going to draft him. I'm going to draft. That's how you know you're getting your team getting better. You can start drafting kickers. Anything we got left here? Punters, punters. My punters now. I got Rich Camarillo, and then I got punter. Pick returners. Anything good? Punt returners. Got this Gonzalez kid, but nothing great there. Fullback. So here we go. I got Sammy Winder, Daryl Johnson. Here's a fullback. Good lead blocker. Good run blocker. He's got some speed. I like this guy here. I'm going to draft this guy here, Miles Norman, and get that done. Another round to go here. My team is coming together. Tight end. I need a tight end. All right, so Souza will take him. I like my draft so far. I like my guys. I'm out of this right here. Receivers were good. Off the line, we got some off the linemen still. I like this. We got so we're better run blocking. I'll pass this AC here. 16, 23, 31, 40, 47, 12, 20, 27, 36. So we need more pass blockers, don't we? The Shad guy I took early on. I got him in a free agent, and he's kind of going down the hill. So we're going to pick up McMullen and draft him. I like that. I like that. I like that. That's it for the draft. So the draft's over. So now we're going to go into roster cuts, and you can suggest this too. So I hit automate, and it suggests who's going to get cut. So Winder's getting cut, my fullback. That makes sense. Sammy Winder picked him up, free agent. No one getting cut there. Shad getting cut. That's it. He's my worst lineman. He's getting cut. Jeffco getting cut. It's kind of sad. Roth getting cut. Our all-time sack leader is getting cut, but that's the name of the game. Price of doing business. I got linebackers getting cut, so my linebacker core is better. My D-line core is better. I love my cornerbacks for the most part. Horton getting cut there. I got some good corners. So always can get a little bit better, but I like that. Carlos getting cut. Got a new kicker now. There it is. So that's done there. And then you automate the computer team or the computer teams. They're done like so. Now the waiver draft. Now this goes in order of how bad you are. So the people who waive, now you can have a draft here. People who waive. So let's see who they take. Buccaneers taking swoops. And you can choose to skip too. So I'm down here. Let's see what's out there for me. Um, looking for upgrades. No real room there for upgrades. Linebacker, nothing. DB, nothing. Pickers, that's my guy there. Punter, I might punting. Once again, there's not a great option there. It's just not nothing to upgrade there. I may skip. You don't have to take anybody. You can skip. I like my roster the way it is, to be honest with you. Bobby Brister on waiver. I can pick up. So here's the thing. I can pick up Brister, Testaverde. I might pick up. I might do this. Frank Reich. So Walsh is a good leader, but Testaverde, he does throw some picks though, doesn't he? Brister. Got Jim Harbaugh down there. Got Jim Burline down there. Uh, no, I don't want to do here. I like Vinny. I'm gonna pick up Vinny. He might have some. He's young. Let's pick him up. Halfbacks, nothing. Nothing, 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 nothing. I think we'll just skip here. So, well, I'm like career teams. That's done. All right, now I gotta cut again. And Steve Walsh is gonna get cut, unfortunately. Oh no, they're gonna cut. Yeah, Steve Walsh getting cut. So bye bye, Steve Walsh. Kind of a sad day, but once again, the business of football. The business of football. Automate everybody else. We finalize the roster. There we go. This is team drills. I let the computer do this stuff. Mini camps. I automate that. And now we're going into the 93 season. And you can change up how it looks too, or you can keep it the way it is. You can change up the conference realignment, the conferences and divisions, and do all that stuff too. I'm kind of just keeping it the way it was, kind of like evergreen. Keep the same setup right there. So 93 and Super Bowl 28. It was in the Georgia Dome. So we're going to change up now. This is 1993 NFL now. We're going to do the 93 schedule. And eventually, if you go expansion or teams, you can you and if you want to keep it the way it is. So say for example, 95, everything changes 95, right? And you can keep it the way it is and just choose a schedule from the past that works with your current setup. I mean, unless you're going to put the Panthers in the game and the Jacksonville Jaguars in the game, but you can keep it the way it is, which kind of like how I like to do it personally. But it doesn't matter at this point. We're just doing 93. All right, so I still got the phases here. League artwork. Okay, we're gonna go. We gotta change this so they can change uniforms up if they have uniform changes, logo changes. Oh, That's the new folder for the Super Bowl. Custom folder. This is all stuff that I showed you guys before on adding mods to the game, how to do that. Go check my other videos in this playlist of PSF 2026. We're going to NFL 93 now. Boom. So it's all set, ready to go. So now we're going to play some football. So we're going to simulate early season. Let's see what happens. Oh my lord, 6-10. 6-10. We did not make the playoffs. And it's hard. I mean, I like it's hard. I like the fact that it's not easy. So, um, see what happens. Do you like close games or no? So I can go back and watch any of these games I want to. And got killed by the Colts. Good lord. Beat the Niners. Let's watch this one. Let's watch this game. Tyrone Ferguson with a big day. Little touchdown to Michael Irvin. Let's watch that one. Found him. Found him. So I go back here. So let's go see what happens here. But once again, disappointing. Niners 10-6. Let's go ahead and reveal that. The Montana is still going. Montana is still going strong in 1993. He was in the Chiefs in real life, but he's on the Niners here, so he did not go anywhere. Steve Young waiting his turn. Bengals with it right there. Get the win. In a snow game, the Browns have been really good. They lose this one in the snow. That's -7 degrees. Let's watch some highlights from this one here. But the Browns have been consistently in the playoffs every year, run well. I'm thinking about doing a franchise. I'm thinking about taking over the Browns 91, Bill Belichick, and seeing if I can kind of rewrite history that way too. The Browns are a fun team to play. In the snow. Let's watch a little touchdown pass in the snow in Cleveland. Moon looking. By the way, the sound does work on this. It's just my speakers. You probably don't hear it. It's not a glitch in the game. You can get sound. Here's a nice run. Look at that snow in Cleveland. But the Oilers outside, indoor team, get it done. Get it done. So big win by them. Rams at Eagles. Veteran Stadium. Eagles win that one. Jeffrey Keel is a made up guy, is a fictional guy. Coming up big for the Eagles there. So the Bills now wait. And this is more snow in Buffalo. The Bills have won 5 in a row, looking to repeat. And they repeat. And they lose by 1. The Oilers get their revenge from when they blew the big lead. Let's watch some highlights from that one here. So the upset. They upset. Let's see any good plays here. These are the highlights. Let's watch Warren Moon hit Ernest Givens in Buffalo, in Rich Stadium. Moon looking. Got it. So damn cool. So look at the Oilers. Green Bay and Montana go to Green Bay and take care of business here. And he does it again, 45-17. I'm not sure the Packers quarterback is. I think it's a fictional guy. No, it's Don Majkowski's kill. Don Majkowski had a great year. Ralph Click is a running back they drafted. What's this? I forgot what I hit here. Mikowski. What's he do here? Does he throw a pick? Nope. Got Sewell. Big play there, but the Niners prevail again in a big way. 45-17. Montana is the GOAT. He really is the GOAT in this little thing we're doing. Saints have been solid. Won 6 in a row at home here, and they get the win. Harry Montalvo, the quarterback for the Saints, so no Bobby Abear anymore. He gets it done. Seahawks at home in the AFC, and they lose to the Bengals. So we got Houston at Cincinnati, Riverfront Stadium. It snowed, and a 49-35 win for the Bengals. Let's watch that real quick. Boomer in the snow. He's right-handed now. That's one thing that they have not done is make lefty quarterbacks throw lefty. That was one of the suggestions. I'm not sure how hard that would be to do, um, but it's not a huge deal. That's not something that bothers me that much, really. So Saints now, and the Saints lose 38-37. Montana gets it done in the Superdome. Let's watch this highlight here. Montana. Clay Hagan's a rookie receiver. Let me see some anything great. What's saying 1 year pal? Let's watch that. This Montalvo guy. The rookie. Is he a rookie? A little quick. But the Saints, who won the first Super Bowl and are down at 89, at home, cannot get it done. They upset the Niners in Candlestick Park in '89 in our little dynasty here. Niners get revenge here. They get revenge. So it's going to be Bengals and Niners, which I think is a repeat of the Georgia Dunn. I think I misspelled that. So this is pretty cool too. If you want to coach this and kind of see it, that's so cool how that works out there. Let me fix this real quick. So there it is. Let's go ahead and sim that real quick. Reveal it. Oh, and the Bengals get it. 33-30. Boomer gets his revenge on Montana. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Oh, 4 seconds to go, a field goal. But first, Montana brought him back, tied the game up, and then Montana gets picked off at the end. Under pressure, Montana gets picked off to end the game. Wow. So there it is. And they go back to the offseason. So we go back to history real quick, kind of take a look at it. And so that was a rematch. So San Francisco beat them in 91. Um, and so a little rematch there. And this time they get their revenge right there. So pretty cool there. Let me check out the Cowboys history. I want to see what my ratings are real quick. All right, so team history. So I'm much better. I mean, I'm 67 overall. My defense is not. It's just not great. I mean, the defense. I don't know if I get a defensive coordinator. What's going on? But we're 67, so we're 54. I've improved by 13 rating points and since 89. 16 rating points in offense since 89. Only 7 in defense. My defense was better, but let's look at the points against 364. That's the best defense I've done. I mean, points wise. So they're getting better, but just not, I mean, we're just not getting it done. So that's it, 2653. So I'll keep on doing this, but I want to kind of show you guys just all the cool things you can do. My favorite part of this, though, is just going back to the history. Oh, so going back to the history, clicking history and going players and typing in a player. I mean, typing in, let's do Steve Young. Does Steve Young get off the bench? So Steve Young is still, he's a free agent this year. Finally, Steve Young is finally a free agent. Like I need to find out what they're going to do with Steve Young. So I need to find out what to do with Steve Young. Um, 4 from 6 there. Did the Niners franchise him? We're gonna find out. Let me do real quick. So we're just real quick. Retiring guys. Montana's not retiring. I need to find out what they're gonna do. So we got Calvin Martin, a receiver, 95 overall. We're definitely gonna franchise him. Let's take a look. Packers franchise Mikowski. What is that? Jim Kelly gets franchised for the Falcons. Oh, they franchised Steve Young. That poor dude. Are they going to cut Montana? Is the question. Poor, poor Steve Young cannot get a place to play. Pick up Tim Harris. Let's see what the computer does for me. They get a defensive back. I'm gonna let the computer run this for a second now. I'm letting the computer do all that for me. Rookie draft. Patriots #1 pick. I want to see if they cut Montana or not. Oh boy, Kozar on waivers from Green Bay. Not so Kozar on waivers. Elway on waivers. Testaverde, the computer put Testaverde on waivers, so 1 year with Dallas. Walsh on waivers. Did Walsh even play last year? Because I cut him, right? He did not play last year. That's pretty cool. He's back on there again, so he didn't play at all last year. Uh, I'm just curious. I want to get into. I feel bad for Steve Young. And the other thing too is Montana's not getting hurt at all either. We're gonna go check out Montana's numbers. We're keeping the alignment there. 1994. Super Bowl 29. This was in the Orange Bowl. Some Miami, some of that. So let's do this real quick. 94. This is like the last year. We'll do 94 too, because then the yeah, I gotta figure out if I'm gonna do expansion or not or what. So 94 is the last year as we know it. Do all this here. I'm just curious about Montana because he's done really well. A lot of guys have not done as well. Aikman being one of them. Aikman's a little different way. Aikman was a rookie when we started this, but um, I mean, Marino hasn't been great either. I'll look at Marino in a second. This is slow. I apologize, guys. All right. I want to see. I got a new quarterback too. I got a rookie, Cedric Cowboy. They drafted a quarterback. So it's 66 overall. Let me go here to Niners. There it is. Montana's 38 years old now. He's still an 88 overall. And there's Steve Young just waiting for his damn turn. Look at Montana. Career, he's missed 0 games. Do I have the settings on? They didn't get injured. I think I have it though. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Oh, okay. So I'm not allowing multi-game injuries too. All right, so that's important too, because I showed you that last time. So I'm not allowing I'm allowing in-game injuries, not multi-game injuries. Okay, because I did set that up differently because that's one thing you can't change it from different modes. It's one thing I think carriers gonna look into. So that explains why Montana's not getting hurt. But the thing is, though, he's not even going um, backwards in anything either. So we're gonna do one more season here. Let's some of these real quick. But going back and doing this again, if I'm doing a management game, I'm going to allow multi-game injuries because I think it makes it a little more interesting. But you can change the way you want to. Oh my, the Cowboys were horrible. 4-12. We're just not good. We are just not good. Standings. Oh, the Niners. What happened to the Niners? Could this be it for Steve Young? I've had a good year. Interesting. Interesting. Look at the Browns. The Browns are just consistency, and they win again. Look at those Browns. New quarterback Joshua Thompson. Look at those Browns. Look at the Saints with a big win. Look at the Eagles. There's the Bills. Browns at Bills. Rain. It's slowing down here. Hold on. Let's see what happens. Come on. It's freezing up. It doesn't. There we go. There we go. Oh, Bills lose. Come on, Browns. Bengals, defending champions, are gone. Packers in the snow. Lose. Look at the Saints. Rams. Lose. Come on, Browns. Browns win. The Browns are going to Super Bowl, folks, against the Eagles. There it is. That's why it's not in the dome. Browns and the Eagles. Oh, and the Eagles win. Chris Carter, big day. Any big time plays here? Let's watch one highlight here from the Super Bowl. I always love watch the Super Bowl fields and everything. Here's a long pass. The Browns and Super Bowls. It's just cool to see. They didn't get it done though. Big play here, and they catch him. That's it, guys. All right, so that's all I want to show you. So, Cowboys. I'm not doing a good job of the Cowboys. So, but I like to see if you guys can definitely what you can do on that too. The injury setting I have to change, or I would change, but I'm trying to figure out what I want to do project wise that I coach every game and not do it like I just did it here. I thought I'd just try that out and to show you guys what I was doing. I'm kind of killing time trying to figure out what my next project's going to be. But I'm going to do a historic career and a management career, I believe. I might do some with the Bills, 88 Bills, and their run. I might do some with the Browns taking over for 91 with Belichick. I might go to 85 when Schottenheimer got there. But all kinds of fun stuff you can do. But thanks for watching, guys. It's a great game, a lot of fun, lots of options. Um, that's part of the issue with the game. There's so many things you can do in the game. It's hard to figure out what I want to do, where I want to go back in history, all that stuff. But it's a lot of fun. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.